To do a part two of this because I ran out of memory. I should have known. I should have deleted some files. But yes, while if you know that you're connected to it all, you know that you're a part of it all. Why would you put smoke? Why would you put alcohol? Why would you put toxins? Why would you put anything in your body that doesn't serve you? Why would you put anything that like slows you down? Anything that takes you out of the present moment? You know, because all these distractions, all they do is take us out of the present moment. They distract us. And if we're out of the present moment, then we're kind of away from ourselves, and we're just trying to get away from ourselves. But like I said, we can't not run away from who we are. We can't do it. And if you realize that you're a part of it all, it's a beautiful, beautiful realization, because the universe is really all reflection, and it's all connected, and it's just crazy. It's crazy how big it is, but also how small it is, and we don't know how small it gets, and we also don't know how big it gets. Like science has been trying to figure this out. They've gone like really small, and they've gone really really far. So they've gone like really like within the human skin. Like they've gone like really 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 like in like really small, and they've realized that the inner world is the same as the outer world. How we look on the inside here is the same as like space. Like if you look at all our cells and everything, we are a universe. It's crazy. It literally is the same. It looks the same. You look at how we look like on the inside. We're like stars. It looks like we're stars. And if you go far enough, it looks the same. As within, so without. These laws, I'm telling you, these laws are there. As within, so without. And this is so true. I wish they would teach this stuff in school, because it's so simple, it's so true, and all you gotta do to really learn it and embody it is just to go out into nature and learn it. Get the digital downloads from nature. Get the digital downloads from good organic food. Get away from the distractions. Stop putting things into your body that are unnatural to you, that are going to distract you from who you are. The truth is simple. Lies are complicated. That I have to put that on a shirt. Because we got to start teaching each other these simple things, man. It's when I was finished with school, like I was saying, I'm done. Like I'm done learning. Like when I was done with school, I said to myself, like I'm done learning. I don't want to go to school anymore. School made me hate learning. The school is a program. School is a program. We can improve school. We have to improve this. Like we can't be taking kids and putting them in a classroom for like the best hours of the day. The kids are spending sitting down in a classroom. You know how detrimental that is to someone's health to be sitting down for that long inside, when you could be outside in the sun smelling some flowers and being in nature and actually learning about yourself, because that's what you are. You know, we come into life to learn about ourselves, but we put ourselves in these fabricated buildings and these boxes, and like when we're supposed to learn from that. I was so done with school when I left school. I was done with learning. I was like, I'm not gonna read any books. Like school, school like totally put me off on learning. I did not want to learn anything. I did not want to experience life. When I was done with school, I just tried to get a job. I was playing video games and just drinking. I lost myself. I lost myself. I wasn't trying to find out who I was. I didn't care. I was just like, I spent all my life in misery in school, and now they want me to go to college, and I was just like, man, this world did not make sense to me at all. I tried my best to fit in, and I did some things. I don't regret them, because they all led to me getting here, but I did some things. Like I was just trying to fit in. Just trying to fit in, just trying to be happy. I wasn't me. I was being everything but me, but nobody told me to be myself. I would ask people for advice. Nobody told me to be myself. They would just tell me to do what they were doing. And they weren't trying to find themselves. They weren't trying to know themselves. I don't think I have anybody in my family that's really trying to like know who they are and know that, and really has embodied this. And you realize that you are a reflection. You are your environment. So like if your family is not trying to figure this out, then most likely you are not. And if you're lucky enough to have started this journey, just know that they might not come with you, and it's okay. They might not come with you, and it's okay. Attachments. But yes, So you realize that you are connected to it all, and that what happens to you affects the whole. And like I said, we are a universe. So like in a way, this body, like your body, is its own planet Earth, or it's its own universe. You know, because it's all the same. It's all you. It's all one. It's all different forms of expression. Just like this rock is like a universe to like whatever's going on inside of it. Because there's so much going on inside of this rock. You know, it's not just this thing that's just sitting there. There's a lot going on inside there. There's life inside of there. There's life inside these trees. There's life inside us. There's life, you know, there's all these cells going on. And I'm sure these cells have cells inside of them. Like, it just goes on and on and on. You try to figure out how the world works, you're just going to keep going on and on and on. It never stops. The connection never stops. It's like a never-ending connection. There's nowhere that it starts. There's nowhere that it ends. It is infinite. It is beautiful. So you realize that you're part of this connection, and that what you do to yourself affects the whole. So why would you kill yourself? Because knowing that if you kill yourself, you're killing the whole. And also, if you claim to love anybody, know that you are connected to them. And if you're killing yourself, and you're damaging yourself, and you're distracting yourself, you're hurting them. As within, so without. Do to others as you would like done unto you. The connection is infinite, man. What you do to others is what you do to yourself. And what you do to yourself is what you do to others. So when you make that connection, like, you have to make that connection. You need to make that connection. Life becomes so much, I would say, I'm not going to say it becomes easier, but life becomes life. You actually, I think this is like a basis, a foundation for truly living, is to see the connection of everything. Because it helped me out so much. It helped me out so much to see the connection, because, you know, we're running away. We're running away from ourselves, but at the same time, we also feel very alone. Like, especially when we get some time with ourselves, we feel so alone. Alone time becomes the worst part for many of us, because that's when we feel alone. When our phone's not ringing, when we're not getting phone calls, when we're not getting messages, we're not getting likes on Instagram or whatever it is, or likes on Facebook. You know, maybe we don't have a lot of followers. We're using all these things to define us. But when we came into this world, we came by ourselves, and that's it. We came with no clothes. We came by ourselves, and we were happy. You look at babies, unless they're like hungry or whatever, or they need to adapt or change, they are happy. They're just like this. They're blissed out, just enjoying, like, oh my God, like, look at all this. Look at all these people. Look at this. What am I smelling? What's going on with my body? Like, you know, they just like, they're stretching. They're doing all sorts of things, and they have nothing. They have nothing, and they are happy. And you have all of this, and you're unhappy. And as soon as you're alone, even though you have all this, you're unhappy. So that shows you the material things don't truly matter, you know? The material things don't truly matter. If you can't be by yourself, if you can't be alone and be happy, that's a serious, serious problem. That literally means that you can't stand yourself. You can't stand to be with yourself. And if you can't stand to be with yourself, which you are always going to be with yourself, how can you enjoy life? How can you enjoy anything? You're going to think that you bother everybody because you bother yourself. And because you think you bother yourself, you might actually end up bothering other people. You know, you might build up these characteristics. You might build up these personalities because that's what you think of yourself. Because if you can spend time with yourself, if you can't stand to be with yourself, then why would you think that other people would want to be with you? And we don't realize that we're all doing this to ourselves. We're doing this to ourselves because it is only us. Like, you could think of it as if, like, you're really the only one in existence, even if you want to. And that everything that you do is a reflection. It's in a relationship with yourself. Everything that you do to yourself. It's as simple as that. Every action that you do comes back to you. Every thought that you have, every word that you say to somebody, everything that you do, it's energy going out, and it's going to come back. So whatever you want, you got to focus on that. But if you can't stand to spend time with yourself, I'm telling you, you're going to build up some characteristics. You're going to be very needy, very possessive, because you're not going to think anybody, you know, really wants to be with you. So if somebody does happen to be with you, you're going to try to hold on to that person because you're like, okay, once this person finds out who I am, they're not going to want to stay. So you're going to be like very possessive. You're going to be very jealous and very envious. And you build up all these personalities simply because you don't love yourself simply because you don't know yourself. Because how can you love yourself if you don't know yourself? So it is very, very crucial and very, very, very important to get to know who you are, to get to know, like, things about you. Something too that's very interesting. I love like astrology. Astrology is amazing. Like I've done like some of my astrological charts, and they're very, very accurate. Like especially now that I've been discovering a lot about myself through life, and then I read my astrological chart. I'm like, so I could have just read this and found this out already. Like I'm figuring out things out. Like I'm seeing that what I've learned is there, written already by astrology. So definitely check out that. Numerology is also good too. There are some nice tools that you can use to kind of get to know yourself a little bit, because there are no coincidences in life. The time you were born was not a coincidence. The name you were given was not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens at the right time. It is beautiful and crazy and just insane. Like, it's just, how can you know stuff like this and still think life is boring? Like, I don't get bored. I don't get bored. I get bored sometimes. But it's just when I get away from myself. If I get away from myself, if I stop going out into nature and I get caught up in like television and junk food and stuff like that, I can get bored. But if I'm doing what I love, if I'm doing this, if I'm out in nature, if I'm hanging out with beautiful people, eating delicious fruits, if I'm doing that, I can never be bored. Because I'm always active. I got the energy that I need to do anything. Like, I'm up. I'm up. I'm awake. I'm aware. I'm conscious. I'm me. I'm expressing. Lack of expression is depression. It's true facts, man. You cannot express yourself if you're running away from yourself. This video, how long is this? 12 minutes? It's part 2. But yes, it's amazing. No coincidences. And like, the things that have happened, I wish I could tell you guys them all. And some of the things that happen to me, when I say it to people, they literally think I'm crazy. Like, you are crazy. You are insane. I'm like, I'm not. Like, I can't explain this. I can't. I really, truly can't explain the things that happen, the things that I see, the coincidences, the synchronicities that happen in my life. I can't truly explain them, but they make sense to me because they're directed at me, because it is, I'm seeing the world from my perspective. So the things that happen, they happen in a way for me to notice them. And things are happening in your life too, but you might not notice them if you're too distracted. So you gotta get away from the distractions. In life, I believe we're here to kind of... Dog. Hi. Not gonna lie, spooked me a little bit. Hey.
She's fine. She won't come near you.
She wanna come near me?
Afraid.
Have a good one. I love dogs. Where was I? I said lack of expression is depression. But yes, let's find out who we are. Let's do that inner work. Find out who you are, and all the answers come. Like, another thing is, like, you are your own guru. You truly are. I know you've heard that saying, and I've said it. I've done some videos on this, that about you being your own guru, about you coming to yourself to find the answer. I read this book called The Impersonal Life. It's very short. I highly recommend it, and it's beautiful. You read it as if it is your higher self talking to you, and you realize that everything in life has been bringing you to one place. It has been bringing you to yourself. That's all there is. That's all there is. Everything is you. So where else can you go but to you? But the thing is, many of us don't know that. Many of us have no idea that it is all us. We think we're just this individual that is separate from everything. We're separate from each other. We're separate from nature. We're separate from the animals. We have to feel separate from the animals in order to eat them. We have to feel separate from nature in order to, to live the way that we do. We have to. Otherwise, we wouldn't. You know, once I got closer to myself and seen that connection, that's when I started treating my body better, treating my mind better, and treating other people better. You know, I used to be very egotistical in putting people down. I used to call people stupid and dumb, things like that. I was I was harsh. The thing is, even back then though, I still had a little bit of a conscience. A little bit of a conscience. You know, I was still like, and that little bit of a conscience kept me from going ham. Like I could have, like there's an anger inside of me that nobody wants to see out. Like I'm a Pisces, but I believe like, you know, we're kind of like a wolf. You know, like we have that wolf spirit inside of us. Like we can go off. We can. Even though like we're silent most of the time, or we're just like, you know, we're loving and mutable, you know, but there's a wolf inside of us. Like there's a wolf because like there's so much emotion. We are emotional beings, and anger is an emotion. So trust me, we feel the anger. We just choose not to express that anger. But you know, I've felt this sometimes, especially with family members, and you know, I just had to keep myself in check. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. But get to know who you are. You know, I know it's afraid. I know it's scary. It's scary to really face yourself, to face your demons, because we have stuffed so much stuff, like especially from childhood, things that have happened when we were children. Like maybe we feel abandoned by our parents. You know, we feel like we didn't get enough love from our parents. You know, maybe we felt like jealousy towards our brothers or sisters or whatever it is, like so many feelings. Maybe things were said to us when we were younger. Things were said to us that we're still repeating to ourselves now. And, you know, at this point, there is no blaming anybody but yourself, because you did it to yourself. You are all that there is. The thing is that we blame things on other people. We blame things on our parents. We blame things on the government, on our friends, on our environments. But we are doing it all to ourselves. We can't really blame it, because we're choosing, we're doing it. Especially now, like we have been unconsciously creating our world. But now that you know that you've been unconsciously doing it, it is time to consciously manipulate and create the world that you want, and create the world that you want to live in. You can't blame your parents for stuff that they said to you when you were younger. You can't do it anymore. In a way, even when you were younger, you said it to yourself. Like, there's this one philosophy where you can see life as if you chose the life that you came in. Like I said, there are no coincidences in life. So the family that you were born into is the family that you chose to be born into. And you felt like that family and that upbringing would teach you the lesson that you would need in order to fulfill your purpose. So all the pain that you went through all your life was to mold you, to help you grow, to help you become stronger, so that you could express yourself. And the pain that I went through is allowing me to express myself. I own that pain. You know, I own that pain. I've lived that pain, and I use that pain. That pain allows me to really connect with other people, because I'm not hiding that pain anymore. I'm putting it out there. I'm not keeping it within me. So I'm letting it out there. And once I let that pain out, other people that have felt that same pain, they can connect with me, because they know that I'm real. I'm not just here just saying just stuff. I'm being real. I'm being raw. Like that's one of the things that I love about this is I'm raw. I'm not sugarcoating things. I'm not trying to be perfect. I don't care to be perfect. So you just have to face them, man. Like, don't be afraid. And a little fear is not bad, but don't be afraid to face your demons. Don't be afraid to face all those things, and just realize, like, you have to get out of the victim game. You are not a victim. If you keep thinking you're a victim, you take away all your power. You have to get your power back. You have to bring your power back within. You know, all your energy, you've been putting it out there. Once you put the blame out, you're sending that energy out. You're taking the energy outside of you. There's so many things that we do that just takes away our energy. You know, like, I have not even eaten yet today, and I have energy. But like many of us, we wake up like, oh, we have no energy. Then we have to drink coffee for energy. Then we have to eat food for energy. Then we have to take they have like 5-hour energy. Then, you know, more caffeine. Whew. And some people can't even function without weed. They have to smoke weed in order to like feel like they can do something. You don't need any of that. Because life, everything is energy. Everything is energy, which means you can literally get energy from anywhere. But of course, there's places with better energy, like here. Like when I'm in nature, oh my goodness, like it's a different story than when I'm in the city. In the city, I still have plenty of energy, but it's constricted, and it's hard, and it's just not like here. Here, it's expansive. It just goes on and on and on. And once you see that, this is what your mind becomes. Your mind becomes this. Your mind becomes expansive. Your mind becomes ready and open for the downloads, and you can just download. Like this is probably not even me speaking. This is nature speaking to you right now. This is God speaking to you right now. I'm getting downloads while I'm here. And it happens. You get downloads while you're here. If you're open to it, you will get downloads when you're in a natural environment. You will get downloads. Things will be said to you. You will learn things. And that's what people did in the old days. They used to sit in nature and just sit there and then just get downloads. Face your personalities. Face your demons. It's worth it. It is truly, truly, truly worth it. There's no point in not doing it, because then you won't be able to live your life. You'll have all these reactions, all these things that you do, and you'll be like, why am I doing this? You'll get angry, and you'll be like, why am I angry? You'll get sad, like, why am I sad? Like, that's a random life. You're living life by chance. Like, take control of your life. How can you get anywhere if you don't even know who you are? How can you get anywhere if you're not in control of your emotions, if you're not even in control of your subconscious mind? If your subconscious mind is doing all the thinking and directing for you, then who's in control? Then, like I said earlier, anybody could come in and tell you who you are, and anybody can brainwash you. You have to brainwash yourself. Like, I'm talking here, I'm not telling you to do anything but to find you. I'm helping you to find yourself, to express yourself. And because I don't know what's best for you. I don't know how you should live your life. Only you know that. But for you to know that, you have to go within. You have to spend some time with yourself. You have to get away from all the nonsense, all the people, and express yourself in a way that's true to you. Be you, because you're the only you out there. That's your power. That's your gift. You are your gift. When you came here and you seen your power, you see how babies, like when they come in, and they're able to bring a whole family together. They're able to make people smile, by just being them, and they don't have to do anything. That's power. That's godly power right there. That's connection. It brings people together, and you always have that power. But how can you bring people together if you aren't together? If you aren't together with you, if you aren't connected to yourself, how can you bring connection to anybody else? So get that connection, make it whole, fix that relationship that you have with yourself. Become one with yourself. Embody that oneness with the universe, with all. And the rest will happen magically. The rest will happen instinctively, intuitively. You will know what to do, just as all the other animals in this world that are connected to nature, that are in nature, that are in their natural habitat. They know what to do. They know where to go. They know where to find food. They don't worry. They don't have any clothes. They live and they have fun, and they get everything done, and they're taking care of the planet. They take care of the planet. The bees take care of our foods. The trees take care of our oxygen. They have plenty of animals in the water that are filtering the ocean, keeping it clean. They're getting everything done. And we have all these things, and we're destroying ourselves. So let's get back into that oneness. Let's be one with ourselves, one with nature, one with the animals, one with the universe. Let's get that back. Let's stop running away from who we are, because who we are is a beautiful thing. Who we are the universe. We are the world. We are everything. We are everything in existence. We have always been here, we will always be here. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. How can you be mad knowing that? If you have to watch this video multiple times, do so. If you have to watch it while you're sleeping, do so. Like, you can put it like while you're sleeping and just let these downloads just speak to you. Because even when you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is listening. The subconscious mind is a powerful tool, man. It's a powerful tool. Use your subconscious mind to get you to where you want to go. Because trust me, the marketers and all these companies, they know about the subconscious mind. That's why they use all these colors and these words and these advertisements to fool you, to trick you. They're always putting messages in your subconscious mind. Always. But you have to brainwash yourself. Are you going to be brainwashed by them, or are you going to brainwash yourself? I choose to brainwash myself. I choose what content I want to download. So, and, you know, I think the best downloads come from nature, for sure. The best downloads, no doubt, comes from nature. Books are good too, but like I said earlier in the video, everything that you see in the books, guess where it all came from? It all came from nature anyway. So you can't beat this environment. You can't beat nature. You can't beat the teachings that you get from nature, because this is where it comes. This is the source. So go back to source. Go back to you. If you like this video, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.